Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Mr. KB. It is October 11th, 2015. The heartbreaking. Kaepernick will survive without my wrath, without my rant wrath for one more game. He did play fairly well. Um, Last week he did not. The week before he did not. He played fairly well against the Steelers. They lost again today, unfortunately. They lost 30-27 to the New York Giants, but they did make a very good next to last run to give them the lead late in the game. It's just the defense just couldn't couldn't hold on to that lead. And even though Kaepernick played well, Eli Manning showed in that last drive why he is, I'm going to say it, amongst one of the best in the game. I know he's not considered the best Manning brother, but he has 2 rings, and whether or not you want to give him credit for those 2 rings, he has 2. The better Manning only has 1. So again, it doesn't matter how you get those rings. That Manning has 2 of them, and I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. I'm speaking of Eli, as far as his credit to the game. But in the last one, he didn't have Victor Cruz because Victor Cruz is out; he's injured. He didn't have Odell Beckham Jr. because he got hurt. Their third in-depth receiver, I can't remember his name right now, he was hurt. He basically ran down the field with Shane Vereen, and that's something that I think the defensive coordinator and the defensive planning just didn't plan for. Because you don't go into a game like this planning that Shane Vereen is going to run or catch for 60 yards on the final drive. You're always thinking Odell is going to be there, or any one of the other receivers or tight ends that the Giants have at their disposal. You don't think Shane Vereen is going to be that integral to the to any drive really until he finally is, and the defense just couldn't adapt to that, which is unfortunate because they did have the lead. Kaepernick actually did have a Kaepernick and Hyde together teamed up for a very good second to last drive to give them the lead, 27-23 with a little over 2 minutes to go, or a little under 2 minutes. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, Eli just outdueled them. I mean, that's just the way that it goes, and I don't want to be too harsh on Kaepernick. He did do a couple mistakes, like taking that timeout at the end of the third quarter when he didn't have to. It's little things like that. I mean, at the end, it wouldn't have mattered anyways because, I mean, they just ran out of time. But it's those little things that he needs to clean up if he wants to be considered top. Kaepernick is a very, very athletic, gifted quarterback, but I don't see football smarts. I see very good athleticism. The dude is a physical specimen in the game right now, especially at the quarterback position. But his mind is not always there. That's what I'm going to say about that. But overall, it was a fun game to watch. I mean, I thought the Niners had it, and I would have been happy. As it stands now, I'm not going to go away from what I said 2 weeks ago. I think this team will miss the playoffs, unfortunately, but I want them to make it so I have that state of denial where the playoffs are always a possibility. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go into like week 14 thinking they might have a chance. Even though right now I'm thinking they're not going to make it, but still, that's always, I would want that to be the case. I do believe the Cardinals are the odds-on favorite to actually win the NFC West this year, as long as Carson Palmer stays healthy. If Carson Palmer does not stay healthy, it's going to be very tough for them to actually win. The Seahawks are struggling. They lost today against the Bengals in overtime, 30-27, so they're 2-3. The Rams, I'm not too sure where they're standing right now, but I mean, that's a hungry team. If the Rams can stay in the middle of the pack, you never know what the last 6 or 5 games can actually bring with a young, hungry team ready to just prove themselves with Jeff Fisher. With Jeff Fisher coaching, you just never know. That team is in a sense just like a nuclear bomb ready to go off. I mean, if they go off, they will go off, and they can very easily nab up a wild card spot, or even the NFC West if the other 3 teams get sloppy. But I do see the Cardinals being the odds-on favorites. I don't think the Seahawks and or Niners have a good shot at making it. Just I think there's just too much there, too much baggage with what's been going on. I think on the Seahawks, it's the players side with all the holdouts and contracts, and you even hear talk about the players not respecting Wilson. On the Niners side is, I don't know, I think it's just coaching and not, there's just inexperience of coaching and having a new coaching staff. And, I personally like Tom Sula. I think he's a good coach, but he's not a Harbaugh. Harbaugh went to Michigan. Now you see him taking a middling team, and they're actually excelling very, very well after their early week 1 loss to the Utah Utes. Michigan is on a roll, and they're ranked. So I mean, it's hard. It's very hard to replace somebody like Harbaugh. In my opinion, should replace Balky instead. But we'll see how it goes. The Niners play the Ravens next week at Levi Stadium. The Ravens are not having that good of a season either. So hopefully, we can at least sneak out a win. And 2-3 is not a bad position. It's not a bad spot. Or sorry, it'll be 2-4, 6 games in. They're 1-4 now. 2-4 is still, but you pop off a couple wins in a row, and maybe fortunes change. I'm not hoping anybody gets injured, but only the very good teams can sustain excellence throughout the season, and that's really just the Patriots at this point. Any other team, hey, everybody's in the running. If you're 1-something right now, the only teams that I don't think have a chance are the ones that are 0-5. You're out. Just quit and just hope you get a draft pick. But if you're 1-something, 2-something, there's always a chance. There's always a chance. This is the NFL. That's why we play the games. Or you guys play the games. I just commentate. But either way, hopefully next week is better for us. This week was actually pretty good. Minus the loss, of course. But performance-wise, it's better than it's been. And that's kind of where Niner fans as a whole are at. Where that's all we can really ask for at this point. It's better than it's been. All right, y'all. I'll catch you guys next week after the Ravens game. And take care, take it easy, and go Niners all day, every day, baby. You know how we do. We rep all the time, even when we're losing. But just keep it respectful out there, peoples. All right? Take it easy. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.